For years, I was convinced that if I just read enough books like Market Wizards, all those secrets from the legends would just, I don't know, magically appear in my trading account. Well, spoiler alert, it never happened. This is the real story of my 5 year journey, from watching my capital slowly die to finally getting what actually works. And listen, it wasn't some new fancy strategy that saved me. It was two invisible psychological shifts that the wizards use every single day, but that most of us completely miss. This right here. This was my life. And I'm willing to bet it sounds painfully familiar to a lot of you. See, I wasn't blowing up my account in some big, glorious, catastrophic trade. Oh no, it was way worse than that. It was a slow, agonizing grind to zero. A couple of small wins, then a few bigger losses. I was constantly on the hunt for the next holy grail indicator, the next can't-miss setup I'd read about. It was exhausting, it was demoralizing, and I came so close to quitting for good. So, what was the real problem here? It wasn't that I didn't have enough information. Trust me, I had way too much. The problem was something I now call the complexity trap. I was completely stuck in what you could call permanent exploration mode. I truly believed the next book, the next course, the next complicated strategy was the missing piece of the puzzle. The hard truth? I was literally drowning in information, but absolutely starving for real wisdom. And this is the one sentence that completely shattered my old beliefs. This was the fundamental misunderstanding that held me back for so long. I thought my goal was to be a trading generalist, to know a little bit about everything. But here's the thing. The market doesn't reward generalists. It rewards specialists. It could not care less how many books you've read. The market only pays for the skillful execution of one specific edge over and over and over again. It's all about vertical learning, going super deep on one thing, not super wide on everything. And man, I had to unlearn years of bad habits. Okay, so this brings us to the first massive turning point for me. It's a lesson that comes straight from the mind of Ed Seykota. He got it. He knew that your trading strategy is only like half the battle. The other, way more important half is you, the trader. I had to stop searching for some magical system out there and finally realize that I was the system. And my system was broken. It was me that needed fixing. Now, what I love about this is how it shows the battle that's going on inside your head. For those first 3 years, I was 100% the excited trader on the left. My behavior was all over the place. After a win, I was a genius. I was invincible, which of course led to me making stupid, reckless trades. After a loss, I was a coward, scared to pull the trigger, and I'd miss perfectly good opportunities. Here's the key. You can't get consistent results until you have consistent behavior. It has to come first. The real goal is to become the bored trader, calm, routine, just following a process, completely detached from the outcome of any single trade. All right, so once I started working on becoming that bored trader, the next piece of the puzzle just clicked into place. This is the second secret, and it's inspired by the great Paul Tudor Jones. It's all about a simple idea. Your mind is not some infinite well of great decisions. It's a finite, incredibly valuable resource, and you have to protect it like your life depends on it, because in trading, it kind of does. Just think of your brain as a phone battery. At the start of the day, it's at 100%. Every single chart you look at, every setup you analyze, every trade you put on, it drains that battery. In my early days, I just trade until I was mentally fried. And what do you think happened every time? My last few trades of the day, made with a battery at like 5%, would wipe out all the smart, focused gains I made in the morning. I was winning the battle but losing the war, all because I had no concept of managing my mental capital. So how do you actually protect that battery? You make this exact mindset shift. It changes everything. Think about it. An amateur hunter just shoots at anything that moves. A pro waits patiently for that one perfect shot. Your job as a trader isn't to find more things to shoot at, it's to find more setups to skip. It's about becoming ruthlessly selective. You have to know deep down that you've only got a few high-quality decisions in you each day, and you better save them for the absolute best A-plus opportunities. Nothing else. So when you put these two secrets together, realizing you are the system, and learning to protect your mental capital, it completely changed my world. It took me from a state of total chaos to a place that, well, is honestly pretty boring. And that's the whole point. That boredom is where the magic happens. Let's walk through what that 5-year journey actually looked like. This timeline says it all, really. Years 1 to 3, that was the scattered phase. I was a total dopamine junkie, chasing the excitement of a new strategy every week. And the result was predictable, a slow, painful bleed of my account. But then came year 4, the still phase. This was without a doubt the most important year of my entire career. I picked one setup and I stuck to it. My P&L? It went nowhere. Flat break even for the whole year. But on the inside, man, everything was changing. My discipline, my patience, my entire psychology. It was all compounding like crazy. And that led to year 5 and beyond, the bored phase. No adrenaline rushes, no excitement, just quiet, methodical, routine execution. And that, my friends, is when the profitability finally showed up. I really want you to let this one sink in. If you've been grinding away for years and you feel like you're getting nowhere, you are not a failure. You're probably just in your internal work phase. You're laying the psychological foundation. See, the market has this weird lag effect. It waits for you to prove you've done the work on the inside before it ever rewards you on the outside. So please don't give up on the process right before the payday. So what do you do with all this? Here it is, your mandatory action plan. Stop exploring. Stop dabbling. It's time to commit. I want you to choose one single setup. Then you're going to commit to trading only that setup and nothing else for the next 100 trades. Look, this isn't just a suggestion. This is the price of admission if you want to be consistent. The work itself is simple, but don't get me wrong, it is not easy. And in the end, it all comes down to this one question. You get it now. You know the path. It isn't paved with more indicators, more complexity, or more secret strategies from a book. It's paved with discipline, with selectivity, with routine. It's paved with boredom. You have the knowledge now. The only real question left is, what are you going to do about it?